Okay, we bought a $1,000 boat, got it running, took it on an adventure down the lake, and now we tossed a big motor on it. Let's see how she does. Today's a big day. This thing's coming off. So I put together a PowerPoint to explain to you why I need a bigger motor on my boat. Good or bad idea?
Bad.
Okay, I'll explain exactly why I need this. Grace, what do you think? Good
We're
idea?
gonna decide together? Say no.
Good idea.
It's a bad idea.
Okay, to my dear wife, why I need a bigger motor for the boat. My own garage. Speed. If you need me home, I can get home quicker. If Grace needs me, I'm there faster. I can keep up with the big boys on a lake, and I'll be able to glide at 60 miles an hour. No better feeling. Did I mention you look beautiful today? Nervous laugh.
At 8:30 in the morning.
Reliability. You know, bigger motor, they say, is more reliable.
Do they say that?
No. Did I mention how gorgeous you are? Safety. In the event a large boat is headed my way, I could be evasive. If a storm is coming, I can get away faster. I can't tell you how amazing you are. I love you, babe. Swag. Gotta look cool with the boys. I need this. What do you say?
No.
I'm getting it anyway. Overall, what do you think? Should I get the new motor, Grace?
First words, no.
Should I get the new motor? Yeah? I think she said yes. Daddy's getting a new motor. Fix this. It's coming from the trigger. It's actually missing a threaded rod. Downside is I have to take this all back apart to get to. We'll see if I can tackle the timing myself on a thing like this. He gave me the shift and throttle cables. One of the things I'm gonna have to do is figure out how to get these into the box. I gotta take all of this out to remount this. We just got the boat back from a place called Bat and the Hatches. Shout out to them for doing this for me. They put this cover on, custom cover, specifically for this boat. They did a fantastic job. And really, really nice material too. So thank you guys for the work you did here. I have to clean up the rest of this boat. This is like a paint job, spray paint rattle can job over the really nice actual paint job. So maybe I'll you know, fix that up and get it back to the original state. This motor is coming off today. We are going to be putting the Mariner 135 on this thing. So my brother's headed over right now. He's gonna help me undo the bolts for this, get all of the controls off. We're gonna put this on a pallet. I have my stand taken up now. Someone is coming Friday to take this after work. Yeah, hopefully it sells. It's a great motor. This thing, you know, it flies, runs great. I would not bat an eye on taking this motor anywhere. Let me get some videos of us removing it and the controls and getting this thing situated and ready for the new owner. There's even ants on this cover. Look at this.
You really got it where you had the cover put on?
I guess, because I didn't see them the other day, right? I don't know. Oh, so like what I think is happening here is he ran the new trim. Those are these solenoids for the trim. So he ran all these wires up here and mounted it to these two bolts. He added that.
Yeah.
So we got to take off this. This is the main connector. Looks like he connected this as power source for the trim. And then here's the hot. No, this is it. This is the hot. This has to come off. This comes disconnected, and then there's a ground.
There's a lot that comes off.
There's a ground somewhere in here. It's not too much. It looks like a lot, but when you start taking it off, it's not. And then the steering comes off with this one bolt. And then these over here, here's the shift and throttle. Look, this comes out like this. So these two come off, you slide that over, and then these two nuts hold that in. So we'll just slide that out. To come off too. I should probably disconnect the battery, shouldn't I?
Well, I think you just did, right?
I don't know if this one had to come off, but I'm gonna keep it off for now. This is good too, because the new owner probably has no idea like what has to come out. So I could just send him this video, you know? Yeah, see this one ground here? Ground down there.
Blue, blue.
Green, green, blue,
You
blue.
gotta get a thing, cut that.
Okay, let me get it.
Yeah, if you put the accordion hinge on there, wouldn't you have a bump in the middle then?
We're not gonna use the accordions.
What are you gonna use?
We're gonna use these other latches to the ends. We decided.
Just pulls right up. And you can see back there, under the seat. The seat might move too.
I need a ridge. You got a ridge?
What size is it, you think?
Probably maybe 10, 8.
Here's a yeah, because I could just splice these and show someone that the trim worked.
What am I pulling?
All right, all of this.
This.
All of this. See all this?
Well, let's go through. I don't know which one that is. Pull on that one. This one?
Yeah, get that one first.
Stick it through.
In
What
through.
was it?
All of them have to go, so it doesn't matter.
I got the one through, the big one.
Okay, good.
That's what we need.
Right. So let me disconnect this throttle and that next.
On the road?
Every time I think of Grace doing something, I think of Chucky.
What the fuck? He's fucked up.
How am I?
You're comparing your daughter to like a serial killer doll and Chucky.
Oh, because like it's a little baby that runs around.
Give her the knife too.
No.
And Chucky was probably pretty scary when it came out. I
Probably.
probably gave you nightmares as a kid. If you saw that
I think
shit
I
as a kid,
still
you
have
dolls like
nightmares.
that?
See the mower?
Yeah, that's good. Chris, did you see that video?
Let's not talk about it
Wait,
right
Chris,
there.
did you see the guy at Tractor Supply?
Yeah, Dad, some guy went to Tractor Supply, $5,000 mower sitting outside. He goes inside, I'll give you $2,500. They gave it to him.
Really?
Yeah, brand new. He shows the receipt and everything.
How come they did that though?
Probably
know.
trying to move it. He's probably trying to shoot a shot, and they said, yeah. Ooh, watch out for that. Am I pulling through?
Those throttle and shift cables. All right, this is free. Now I just got to get that removed. Is that nut?
That nut right there?
That one top nut, and then it falls.
That's coming out. Right, that's it.
All right.
Now what, are you just gonna lay it in the grass?
Yeah. Woo! I'm getting a workout. All right.
Tell me when.
Go ahead. We gotta twist it this way.
There it is. I mean, Chris, what do you think?
I'm gonna put. She's off. Got the steering ready to go, gas line ready to go, covers on, looking good. That cover came out so good. It's supposed to rain tonight, so first good test of the new cover. Pretty stoked about it. There's ants all over the boat. It's pissing me off. I gotta clean up some of the paint. I'm gonna clean up back here. Looks good. I'm excited. 135 peeking at us from the back. There she is. She'll be on it hopefully this week. Once that's on, I'm gonna do a poppet valve. I'm gonna time it, and then she'll be on the boat. Hard to tell, but there's a lot of carbon buildup. Nothing bad. Doesn't look terrible, it just looks like there's a lot of carbon. Cool, that's pretty cool we could do this. Yeah, it's still, the cylinder doesn't look bad. Still got all the cross hatchings, but it doesn't look bad. Let's look at this side. Still there. It actually looks pretty good. That's pretty good. Look the same. There's cross hatching. They all look really good. If anyone wants to buy one of these, I will send you the link that I got it on Amazon. I think this thing works fantastic. It's an industrial endoscope. So these plugs actually, I had the Merc 1150 from that Slickcraft. These are the plugs that I put in first, and then I realized that there's different OEM plugs for them. The Champion plugs apparently are better, but these are what came out. I bought these first, the BUH8, which I read online are the same things, and these are exactly what the old owner had in here. So I'm just gonna clean up the threads. They're brand new. They probably have like 15 minutes of runtime on them. All right, so probably not the right way to do this, but I got the flywheel puller. I just zipped this nut off. Where is it? I zipped the nut off on the flywheel, and then from there I just used the flywheel puller and got this threaded in there, and then just hit this with an impact, and it popped right up. So I'm gonna pull the rest of this off. Bear with me. All right, there it is. So I've never done a boat flywheel before, but check this out. So there's actually a keyway in there. I don't know if you can see it. It's built into the flywheel, which makes this a lot easier. So now all I gotta do, and the reason why I'm doing this is because I have to fix that threaded insert. There's a nut back there. It's not the actual threaded insert that should be on there. So I think I actually have to take this stator off. I don't think I can get the threaded insert in there without taking the trigger and everything off again. All right, so these are number 4 Allen keys. Okay, I think they're all loose. Let's see if this will come off. Try to leave it right on the starter. Okay, so quick overview of what we did. There was a threaded piece that was missing in this throttle, in the trigger arm, well, where the trigger arm goes, or the throttle arm mounts to the trigger, sorry. So I got that in there. You don't have to take off this little plate down here. So I just retightened all of those, and then I just tightened these Allen keys, these Allen bolts right here on top of the stator. And then from there, you have to adjust this arm to 11/16 from the end of the nut to this elbow, and then you could tighten this back up, and as you can see, everything works. Play with the throttle, pulls the trigger, and everything feels tight and good, and the stator looks really good. So I'm gonna put the flywheel back on, and we're done. That part of this job is done, and I feel better that we're not using, this is what was using before. This was jammed inside of that. Sorry, this was jammed inside of that, so now that's gone. So we got it fixed. Washer, and then nut. All right, so there's not a lot of videos on this, so I just wanted to make one. I picked this cheapo dial gauge at Harbor Freight. It was like 17 bucks. So I'm trying to do the timing on this Mariner 135. Basically what you do is you find top dead center by using a dial. I should have got a mount, but I don't have one. But basically spin the flywheel until you see this gauge going, so the little needle going, and then you'll see it want to come back around. When it hits the point of max, when it wants to bounce back and start turning the other way, that's top dead center. So what you do is you take every spark plug out. I grounded them all out to the either the coil or the actual block. But basically what did I do? Took a timing light, clamped it on the number 1 cylinder. And what you do is hook up the timing light to the battery and the number 1 cylinder spark plug wire. Hold up your timing light to this window, because I know that this pointer is accurate. And if you look at the pointer when you turn this motor over, you'll see it light up on the degree that you're at. And that's how you know what your timing is. So what you got to do is, if you're looking at your throttle, you want to push this. So this is the idle stop. So you want to put pressure against the idle stop. Have someone turn the motor over while you point the timing light here, and you should light up when the spark happens. And for this motor, your spec should be up here. For this motor, it's 11 degrees. So I'm getting only 8 degrees. So I have to make an adjustment to this idle stop, right? I have to probably advance it a little bit to 11 degrees. So I'll make an adjustment on the screw. I'll take this lock nut off, make an adjustment until I get to 11 degrees showing here. The second adjustment you have to make, if you open up the throttle arm, you will see this. This is your max timing screw right here. So at max timing, you can see your trigger up top there opening all the way, and it stops when it hits this screw. So this screw is preventing the timing from going any further. So we are at 18 degrees right now at the max timing. That's actually off as well. I need to be at 22 degrees. So what I'm going to do is adjust this screw until I hit 22 degrees with the timing light. So I'll probably use a little clamp, some type of strap like I have here. Hold this open while I turn it over and make this hit 22 degrees. And that's how you do timing on these motors. It's not that hard. The hardest part is this dial indicator and getting top dead center to verify that the flywheel is correct. So once you do that, it's pretty straightforward. It's about 18. So let's go a little further. It's almost to 20. It's right around 20. I think I want to. It's like right at 20. So just to confirm again, this one is basically set at 20 degrees. 20 degrees. So we advanced this one 2 degrees. Let's just check this one more time. So this is the idle. Check it one last time. It's still around 8. Let's see what it is now. It's right around 10. I think I'm just gonna leave it at 10. Because I advanced it 2 degrees and it was running good before I even did this. So let's just lock her down. All right, so now we got, so the idle called for 11 on the top. I went to 10 because it was set at 8. So it was running good before, so I advanced it a little bit. And then the max timing, I advanced that also 2 degrees. It was at 18. Now it's at 20. It calls for 22, so I'm gonna run it the way it is because it was running good and it's a little bit more conservative. I'd rather it not, have any timing issues or heat up or burn up a piston. So let's leave it the way it is. And what we'll do is we'll mount it on the boat and we'll see how it runs. All right, so just a quick mental checklist of what I have to do to get this on the boat. Number 1, clean off the back of the transom. That's almost done. Number 2, get sealer for the bolt holes. Get new bolts. I got new bolts on Amazon. They're stainless steel. I think they're 5.5 half-inch bolts. Number 3, change the lower unit oil. I didn't do that yet, so that's one thing I didn't do. I didn't clean the carbs, but I don't think that's needed yet. I also didn't mess with the poppet valve yet. I want to run it on the water in the actual lake and take the temperature of the heads while it's out there. See if it's running good. If it's running good and it's not overheating, I'm not going to mess with the poppet valve. If for whatever reason it's running over 170 on any side or 180 degrees, I'll probably take the poppet valve apart first. If that's not the issue, then I have unfortunate news that I think that the old water pump might have clogged something here, which is negative because the old owner sent me a picture of what the water pump looked like. It was fried. So whoever that mechanic got it from, they just ran it without the hose. So anyway, I think it'll run fine though. We're just going to run it the way it is. No carb clean, nothing yet. It's running good on the hose. And then once it's mounted on the boat, let's just take it out. I think that's the main thing. I'm not doing a jack plate yet. That'll come in the future if I feel like it's too low in the water. But let's see. I'm going to put it on. We'll get the controls mounted up. We'll get everything wired, ready to go. Yeah, that's the checklist. So lower unit oil, mount it on the boat, get controls all situated. Trim works pretty good. I was just messing with it. I don't know if you can see here, but trim works up and down. So that's good. We can get this thing mounted. It might need some new fluid down there. I'm not sure, but I'm ready to go. Let's mount it. Come with me. All right, let's start her up. I put this in here just as a mock-up and see if that helps the water flow at all. Next step would be to actually put it in a tank. I gotta go down a little bit. This is not gonna work. Oh. There's no way we can make this work.
It's not good. Dude. Yeah. I can lift it.
Yeah, but you're not lining up those pole holes and then putting the sealer on at the same time.
That.
Should I just pull it with the quad?
It's recording again. I don't know what that was. Look at the 5100s dripping.
Got her all rigged up. She's mounted on the boat. Trim works. Got her first start in. Got to hook up the shift and throttle cables, and then we could take her out for a run. Super clean. I got to clean up some of the wiring on this side, but everything's mounted. Everything's done. Looks good back here. Look at that. Big motor, little boat. Little boat, big motor. That's the game. This thing was a lifesaver. Thanks for helping me move her. That's it. All right, quick update. Sorry about the messy garage, but the Johnson on the Glastron sold yesterday. After that, my brother and my dad came over. We spent about an hour. We mounted the new Mariner on the boat. We just didn't mount the control box yet because these shift cables are sitting here. So as you can see, this is what I got from the old owner. So today the challenge is going to be mounting this side onto the control box, and apparently there's something messed up in the controls, so we'll have to see what's going on there. I hope that we don't have to buy anything. Woke up early because Grace needed to be fed, I fed her, and I figured, you know what? Let me try to get the controls done, because if I can get the controls done, that means I could probably take the boat out tomorrow. Tomorrow's Sunday. I'm staying home. I'm on Grace duty, but if I can get some help with Grace, I can take the boat out real quick for a quick hour ride. I'd love to try it out just to see how it runs. So curious if the Mariner's going to be good. Let me set up a light outside. It's dark out. And because I have to do this on the boat now because the controls are here, are mounted on the boat with the electric. So yeah, let me try to do this. Let's see what we can get accomplished today. All right, we got our whole setup on here. All right, this looks relatively easy. So if we look here, there's the shifter, right? And it looks like that one, that's bent, so I got to bend that back. I'll pull it off, see if maybe I could tap it and bend it back, because it's hitting the throttle. So in reverse, it's not going to be able to rev up. See, there's a throttle, and this is getting in the way. There we go, it's better. It's kind of spooky out right now. Check this out. So it's 4 o'clock in the morning. It's quiet. I have my big light here and my garage light, my Ring camera, but it's kind of spooky out. So we're gonna take these little holders, retainers off. See if I can bend that one back. All right, so before I mess with this one, right, the stud is actually spinning in here. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to hold the threads at the same time as getting this, backing this nut off, because I have to get this off to be able to nothing's easy. So let me go bend the other tab back, and we'll see if we can fix that. But that's gonna be a problem, I already know it. So we got this bent back. So let me see if this works now. Just tighten this one up a little. Just go hand tight. Yep, look at that. Goes right past it now. Money. And then, yeah, it fits in here perfect, so we can hold the cable. Okay, so that's fixed. One and done. Okay, so I don't know if you could see, but the issue that I'm running into is that, see this nut here will not tighten. I managed to bend this tab up, bend it back down to hold the throttle cable. The shift cable seems to be working really good. Let me just see if I can tighten this one a little. It's gotta go a little, just a little. That's all I need. I'll tighten just a little. Pain in the ass, bro. A pain in the ass. Whoever had this before, like the old owner, I guess they ripped this apart. No, like assuming they wouldn't use it anymore. But they're really making this a nightmare for me. think we're good. So, so you can see over here, see if you can see that. Shifting forward, throttle forward, neutral, shifts back, backwards. Looks like it's working. Okay. All right, now that we're good, we gotta feed this through to the back of the boat. So I have to figure out how to do that. We're gonna feed it through there and then through that hole with the rest of the stuff. Let's try it. Let's get it done. All right, that actually was pretty painless. I just fed them both through. Let's shift. Okay. So the shorter one in comparison is the shift cable. Okay. Okay. All right, let's get it going. So here's the shift arm. Here's the throttle. I'm honestly winging this because I've never done this before. So let's see how it goes. You know what's so funny? Well, it's not really funny, but I think it's funny. Every time I do something like this, I always end up using like a regular like 1/4 inch ratchet. This little guy over here. For some reason, ever since I started working on Mercury's, since that first outboard in the video that you guys saw, if you follow my channel, I've literally just used this one ratchet for everything related to these motors. I don't know what it is about it, but it seems to fit in places that other ratchets don't. It just seems to work better. Let me know in the comments what these little feed lines are. Are these like breathers for the crankcase, or are those lubrication? Like, I don't know what those are for, and there's oil all over them. It's not going to anything oil related though, because the oil pump's here and the oil tank used to be on the top of the motor, but that's deleted. All right, just spinning the prop to make sure we're in neutral. We are, so that's good. And the controls are also in neutral. All right, I looked at the manual. I think I got it figured out. So it goes like that. Wait, no, it can't be. Hold on. Controls like there should be something to hold that. I do not know. Let me look at the manual real quick. All right, well, I forgot to hit record, but I lined these up, I punched it so I saw it in the mat, and then I just drilled a quick hole. I have to go get another washer just like this so I can put on the other side. It's a whole process. I got to crawl in either this way or from the back, so probably won't do this on camera, but here, like, just to give you a reference of what it feels like. I think it's a perfect location right here. And what's kind of cool is it has I have the option to add a tack, so I like it. Let me see. Let's check it out. Alright. So if I look, yeah, no, we're full throttle. We are full throttle. Okay. Yeah, it's working. Everything's working. Everything is working. I hope the shift and throttle cables in there don't fail. I mean, I had to rig it up pretty good to get this to work. So these are 7/16. Like I said, I got to get one more washer like this. So let me go get a washer, and then we'll it'll be fun, but I'll jump behind there and screw them in. These are nylon locking nuts, which are good, so they should hold pretty well. So I think I'm going to use my trusty little, you know, 1/4-inch ratchet here. This thing is fantastic. Craftsman. Probably got this back when I was in high school. All right, did this off camera, but I cleaned up the wiring a little. I mean, I just tied most of it up, and there's still a lot of like bare wire hanging and stuff. But just to get out on over the weekend, I wanted to make sure that we had the fuel tank. So I got the fuel tank working. I found the sending wires, and I found the ones that came from the battery. So I just hooked those up, and it looks like they're working. I actually even think that we have some other lights here working, but I have to probably work on the nav lights next at some point, and you know, fix all of that. But throttle's hooked up. Throttle works good. Just make sure it goes full throttle. Yep. Looks like it works pretty good. Yep, I see the secondary pickup moving. So looks like we're good from that standpoint. I just tightened up the steering, did that off camera. Some of the boring stuff you guys don't have to see. I'm going to tighten down these wires a little bit more. And then the only other thing I have to do now is I have to take the connector off of the, so this, I'll just show you real quick. This has to come off and has to go onto the boat side on this one. So let me do that real fast. I'll pull that off, I'll swap them, and then I could work on the lower unit oil. Looks like everything's good. So the last thing to do is the lower unit oil. That's it. That's it. Alright, I'm very low on battery, but I don't know if you can see this. The fluid coming out is super clean. So this lower unit's in good shape. This pan had old oil in it. I just got it all over the driveway. But let me get this top drain plug out. Yeah, this one's pretty cool. Does have a magnet on it so you can see if there's any like corrosion or metal shavings in there. There's some stuff stuck to it, but nothing to be concerned about, I don't think. Let it keep draining, and then we'll fill it back up. Little pump. Got this little pump on Amazon. I will post the brand. It was cheap. I think it was like 15 bucks, but it makes this type of job so much easier. So you basically want to pump it in the lower one until the top one comes out. Clean up the top hole, put the bolt back in, and it should seal from the bottom, really leaking out, and then you're good to go. I didn't even have to do this. I wish this was brand new. They took care of this motor. It's good. Okay. All right, we're coming out the top. So let's do one more quick pump. A few more pumps. Put this flathead back in. All right, there she is. Okay, quick walk around. Seats are in. Controls are connected. I cleaned the bow. I still need to do the bottom paint. I'll probably do that at some point this week. And today, woke up super early. Came out here. Got the controls working from the control side and the motor side. That was kind of a nightmare, but I have a video of the whole thing. I'll post it. Anyone going through the same thing, hopefully it helps. I put the gas line on to the gas tank. I also rewired the gas tank since I had to take all the controls out from the Johnson. Messed up all the wiring, so I got at least just the gas tank working. We did the lower unit oil, which wasn't needed. It was brand new, but always safe than sorry to check. Throttle works, like I said. That was the biggest project today because we can't go out in the water unless the throttle is working. But it looks like wide open throttle's working. Everything's working on it. We rewired the bilge pump. Trim works. Got the motor mounted yesterday. Sealed up the holes with 5200. 19 pitch prop, so we'll see how it does on the water. I think it'll do okay. We fixed this. This is the P hole. So this little fitting here was missing, so we put that on, and the thing peed yesterday like crazy. It was peeing all over me. I want to do like cosmetic stuff next, but at least we got it working. The boat's ready to go. So I don't even know what top speed this thing's gonna have, but just a quick note, one thing that I did notice. So if you look down here, when we mounted it yesterday, we had to mount it on the second hole. The reason we had to do that is because when the Johnson was mounted on this transom, I guess what they did is instead of dropping this thing all the way down and drilling a hole for the top bolt, they used the second bolt, or the second hole, for the Johnson. So when I had to rebolt this, the bolt holes are the exact same, but I used the same holes that lined up because it made the most sense. The issue with that is when I have this trimmed all the way down, I'm not going to show you right now, but when you have it trimmed all the way down, right here, I forget what this is called, but this is supposed to be even with the bottom of the transom. It comes up a little above that to like the drain plug. So that's kind of an issue. I think, I hope we don't have any like cavitation issues or anything like that. I doubt it. I think that it'll just be, I think we'll be okay, because the Johnson ran the same way, and it actually ran pretty good. Because if you're comparing like transom height to motor height, I think that it's actually the same height that a jack plate would probably bring it up. And I kept saying I wanted to put a jack plate on before I mounted this, so it kind of makes sense. Like I would probably mount it the same spot if I had a jack plate. So, but here's another view of the motor on the boat. Oh, it looks so good. But old reliable. I love this boat. So one thing, it was a little boggy when I first got it, but it seemed to clear out by itself just from running it on the hose. I didn't do anything to this except for retime it. So the motor's timed. I fixed the P hole. There's a new water pump in it from the old owner. New thermostats. And yesterday I was running on the hose for a while. The cylinders were staying right around 150 degrees, so it's perfect. I think it's fine. I don't think the bogginess probably was just from old fuel or gas just sitting on the bottom carburetor. That's pretty common with these. A lot of the times what you'll see is the bottom carb kind of soaks up all the oil, and it traps all of it down there, and then it kind of makes it run rich or not run right because it makes the float stick and stuff like that. But I don't think that's our issue. I think it's running good. It's firing on all six. I checked the spark when I was doing the timing. So next step is to take it out on the lake. Let's see how she runs. Big day. Taking her out. First trip on the Mariner. Bring some tools just in case. Put the drain plug in, and then we're gonna take her out. Let me get everything hooked up. I don't think you have to, deal with that boredom of me hooking everything up. So I'll be back. I'll get some footage of us at the lake. See you there. Running good. Just peeing. Have the new motor on. It started right up. It's peeing good. No water in the back. I checked the mounting bolts. There's no water coming in. I think we're good. We're not gonna go too far. I'm just gonna open it up after we get past this no wake. We'll see how she does. I'm gonna go this way so you can see the motor. Holy shit, I think that deserves a shit. Sorry for cursing. She runs. I gotta get a top speed run. I'm gonna call my dad, tell him to get a quick video, but it runs fantastic. Rooster tail. Wow. This thing is so fun. Successful motor swap. This thing is fast. You trim up, I get a rooster tail. This is really cool. I'm gonna have my dad hop on and go for a little ride. Maybe we can go fishing. I brought his fishing pole and some tackle and stuff. So cool. Look at that. All right, so the boat's running fantastic. Mariner is peeing good. It's not overheating. It's actually running so good. I think we're going 3 miles an hour right now. I'm gonna do a top speed run, enjoy it a little bit more, and then we're gonna take it back home. I have to go watch Grace today. Colleen's going on a beach day with the girls and some friends, so I am going to wrap this up quickly. I just wanted to make sure there's no leaks, that it ran really good in the water, it's not overheating, and it seems like everything's going according to plan. So it's pretty flat out today. Let's do a top speed. Gauge, but I'm hitting 40 miles an hour. It feels a lot faster. I don't know if this is right. 45, and I know it has more. I'm maxing out the RPMs. I gotta fix this. I think this, when you're max throttle, I don't know if I'm going full throttle or not. I gotta check and maybe do a link and sync with the carbs. There's wires in here in the control box where, you know, the wires could be holding up the actual throttle, but it's running so good. That is a lot of fun. I think I'm gonna call it a day. Definitely needs a little steering work. The steering feels pretty tight, especially going left. The way they designed these boats is just not a good design. So I'm gonna pull it up, get the trailer, and call it a day. Yeah. Yeah, it's not bad. Just got home. Successful. This thing ran like a champ. So all I really did was retime it, change the lower unit oil, hook everything up to the boat. Ran fantastic. I did fix a little bit of the water tube, but that's it. This thing was a great runner. Brian, shout out to you. Thank you for letting me buy this off you. I think this is a great addition to this boat. Ran so good today. I'm so stoked. That's what it looks like to put a big motor on a little boat. So that's the end of today's video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching me take on this project. I've done motor swaps on boats a few times, you know, but I've never took one on this big, redoing all the controls and everything. So it was a lot of fun to learn, a lot of fun to do, and obviously I have a lot of fun on the Glastron. Here it is. I was most pumped about being able to do a rooster tail with this thing. So fun. Look at that. There she is. That's it. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Bye. Quick update on the next video. I just want to give you a sneak peek. We picked up 3 free jet skis from the person that bought the Slickcraft. If you follow my channel, you know that the first boat that I posted was the Slickcraft. Did a lot of work to that. The person who bought it has a private lake. He had 3 jet skis. They were just kind of rotting away in his yard, and he asked if I wanted to take them. So I picked them up. Trailer's in actually really good shape, just needs some bunk work and light work. And they all came with registrations, which is fantastic. These 2 are in pretty good shape, and then the single over there is in really good shape. What we're gonna do is, me and my buddy, I'm selling him these 2 for $500 as is. I haven't touched them. He's gonna take these so him and his girlfriend can go out. What we're gonna do when he gets them home, we're gonna start a timer, and we're gonna see who can get one jet ski started faster. So, you know, I don't know what these need. All I know is the throttle cables are completely seized up. I think they turned over 10-15 years ago. So, you know, there's a lot of factors involved here. The pumps could be seized, but long story short, me and Tristan, we're gonna see who can get them started faster. So that's the key. The goal of the video is whoever gets them started faster wins. We don't know what the prize is yet, but I'm thinking we can make some type of reward out of it, and we'll probably plan on taking them out together for a riding video. And then after that, I'd love to race the skis against the Glastron. I think the Glastron has a chance. I think it's gonna hit like 50-60 miles an hour. So we'll see how it performs, but just wanted to give you a sneak peek of, you know, what the jet skis entail. You know, what we're doing with those. I don't want you to think I'm holding out on you too long, but I was really just focused on the Glastron videos first, and then we'll get to the jet skis next. I can only focus my efforts so much in one place at one time, just because, you know, we have a newborn, and she's the best thing ever. I love being, you know, being able to share all of the stuff that I do with you guys, and the making memories and posting it and getting your feedback and impressions. I think it's awesome. So thank you guys for all the love and support. I appreciate it. Thank you for 1,000 subscribers. I'm even more stoked about that. And my Ring camera is probably recording me right now, but all right guys, peace.